So for our MIS project, we did health information technology. Now we chose health information technology because it is an interesting field that is continuing to develop to this day and continues to change the world of medicine almost every single day. Now what is health information technology? Health information technology, or HIT as we will continually refer it to as, is a form of information technology applied directly to the medical field within hospitals, private practices, any sort of medical treatment center usually has some form of health information technology. And it is a comprehensive management system of data and workable information within these networks that are located within hospitals. And these can benefit both everywhere from patient to nurse to lab tech to doctor, all even the accountants in finances usually benefit from the inclusion of health information technology. And what our claim is that health information technology has and will continue to significantly change and improve the world of patient care within hospitals. And this is not to exclude the world of efficiency within the business aspect of hospitals. Now, over the course of this presentation, we will be going over the broad effects of HIT, specific technologies being used, an interview with a local HIT professional, the pros and cons of the current HIT system, the relationship between doctor and patient and how it's changed due to HIT, and the expansion and future of HIT. Now, the effect of HIT has mainly been change. It's been change, and this is perhaps one things that all the experts can agree on. Technologies have changed, knowledge has changed, and tools have changed because of health information technology, and new concepts have come into existence totally. Today's hospitals and health centers rely heavily on the new coined term health information technology, or HIT. This concept alone has revolutionized medicines in more ways than one. Now, what are these HIT systems we talk so much about? One example is electronic health records and medical records. Now, this is simply getting the records held by the hospitals away from direct paper copies and input it into a computerized database system, so they are both more secure because they can be backed up way easier and accessible from remote areas, and also searchable by keywords. Another thing that HIT is doing is making e-prescribing of medicines possible, where they go completely paperless and they send their prescription directly to the person who will fill it, and then the patient will pick it up. Clinical decision support systems are an application that assists healthcare professionals in decision making. So if someone comes in with a certain claim of pain somewhere in the body, that doctor can then enter it into the computer and see, oh, that could be a sign of this, or that, so let's run more tests to see if it's one of those worse conditions. Computerized disease registry allows health facilities to identify and manage patients who suffer from a particular condition across a large region. This, in turn, allows for clinical data to be collected, allows for healthcare providers to confirm that patients have a particular condition based on tests performed by other clinicians. Without this registry, the data would be inaccessible to people outside the hospital and thus increases healthcare coordination. These systems, when used together, lead to the main functions of HIT being increased efficiency in patient care, quicker access to patient records, better communication between nurses, doctors, and specialists, and doctors that might be located outside the hospital and private practices, more direct connection between patient and machine, and security of patient data within a complex security system. Now, for our project, we did an interview with Charles Fennell, Vice President of Information Management and Chief Information Management Officer at St. Joseph's Hospital in Syracuse. We did this over the phone and were unable to record it, so we will be recreating it for you.
In this hospital environment, would you say HIT has helped run things more efficiently?
Yes, our patient portal allows patients to have access to a number of services they would normally have to leave their home to receive. This is especially helpful for elderly or severely ill patients. Through the portal, patients can receive test results, which speed up the scheduling of appointments and thus the treatment they receive. Other services our portal offers is talking directly to a nurse or physician. Patients are able to instantly message these professionals with any questions about their treatment or illness, injury. Patients are also able to pay their bills online, which relieves some financial stress on them.
Are there any state or federal regulations regarding HIT? Is HIT required by the government?
Yes, there is the Corporate Compliance Program, which requires St. Joseph's to abide by any laws or regulations associated with a system like this. The biggest concerns with a system like this are privacy violations.
How does HIT help the communication between nursing staff and doctors, doctors to doctors, nursing staff and patients, etc.?
Separate of St. Joseph's, which is our patient portal, we also have the St. Joseph's Club, which is a hospital-wide information system that serves our employees, such as nurses, physicians, others. Through this, employees can access their email accounts, patient files, a virtual private network specifically created for staff, and various other tools. This has definitely improved communication between health professionals.
How has HIT changed from what it was before?
HIT used to be primarily between physicians, nurses, and the front desk of the office. I think it's great that patients now have access to similar information. It creates less of a curtain between them and their doctor, and I think it makes them more comfortable in the clinical environment.
How do you feel HIT can improve to help save the life of more people?
HIT speeds up treatment. It speeds up communication on all fronts, which allows for treatment to be delivered quicker and more effectively. It creates less errors, which is very important in the world of health.
How do you feel HIT can improve to help save the life of more people?
HIT speeds up treatment. It speeds up communication on all fronts, which allows for treatment to be delivered quicker and more effectively. It creates less errors, which is very important in the world of health.
The My Joseph patient portal at St. Joseph's Hospital is just one example of how health centers use cloud computing. Many hospitals around the world are now incorporating patient portals and even employee portals for quicker information access. Many doctors around the world are now more excited and enthusiastic about this type of technology. In an article published in CIO.com, Dr. John Houghton expressed his enthusiasm for this type of technology. He mentions the maturity of cloud computing makes it the right solution for this type of integration or the integration information technology. Although there is much enthusiasm on the growth of health information technology, there are also much downsides. There have been stricter practices to help enforce and secure the information that are stored in health information technologies. The Corporate Compliance Program, which requires St. Joseph's to abide by any laws or regulations associated with a system like this, has has made it harder for the growth in this specific case. Privacy violations are a big concern with all systems in health information technology in all hospitals. And it's just because these systems contain a lot of patient information. It is estimated to cost around $8 billion per year to implement the technology used in HIT around the world yearly. This is another big downside because it's very costly. In addition to that, some older generations are discouraged by the technology, and because of that, they tend to shy away and they prefer hand-to-hand and face-to-face interactions rather than having doctors look at computers and screens. Now, one of the greatest drawbacks to health information technology is the cost. Now, the statistic we got is approximately $8 billion a year to implement and use health information technologies across 90% of hospitals in the country. And that's major for hospitals. But the return can be quite large, actually. This chart we have here shows that, assuming a 90% adoption rate, an estimate of $77.4 billion will be saved per year by efficiency alone increases, and these efficiency increases include the use of technology to mainly cut back on paperwork, cut back on jobs that might not be necessary, that are non-medical within the whole business aspect of a hospital, and overall have the doctors spending more time with the patients and less time dealing with paperwork and bureaucratic business. And here we have a graph that shows these same benefits graphed out over the course of the next couple of years. Despite the downsides that comes with the growth of HIT, HIT holds a bright future.
The growth of consumerism and the vulnerability of internet accessible sources of health-related information will change the past roles of provider and patients and will open opportunities for new and advanced types of employments in health-related professions. And to further expand on HIT, the use of HIT in healthcare can only grow with the ability to go online with ease to check out a hospital's performance or a physician's credentials. We feel that must also be easy access for customers and patients of elder age to look at this information so that it cuts out the struggle of trying to view information and they feel more interacted or they feel they can interact with the doctors more.
In conclusion, we believe the benefits far exceed the downsides of health information technology as a whole, appealing to the cost-benefit ratio we presented earlier in that initial investment might be high, but in the end can save hospitals billions of dollars across the nation. We also stand on the side of many business professionals in the field already that have decided in their hospitals to adopt health information technology to both improve patient care and efficiency across the board. The future is also very bright for health information technology. New technologies and visions for improvement are being thought of every day, and in the end can really improve patient care.